back, folks, YouTubers, subscribers to the channel, new people, first time seeing this video, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, today we're going to be covering a quick and, relatively informative review of the Hyundai Petrol Auger. Okay, there's a lot of petrol augers out there. I only own one, so I can't literally compare it with other products, but I can tell you what I like about this one, what I don't like about it, and why I think it's really good value for money. So for all of you that are interested in really technical specifications, I'll make sure I put the link in the description from the Hyundai Power Tool website for the product itself. Full spec in the description, don't worry about it, the links and details will be there. So the reason I bought this many moons ago was because I needed it for a job, and I knew it would pay for itself in no time at all. And it freaking has. I mean, it is the dog's nuts, okay? Using a petrol auger, or a gas auger, or even electric auger, compared to digging a hole by hand, there's no comparison. So with this one, it comes as you see, although when it's new, it's clean. This one's been through a lot with me, which is part of the reason I'm doing the review. And it comes with 3 auger bits. The length of them, that's a good question what the length is on that. We'll just check that out. The length is, a good 60 centimeters, so which is about 2 feet. You can get a bit more out of it because the actual auger bit in total is closer to 80 centimeters, 31 or so inches. But it comes in 3 sizes, so you've got the 10, you've got the 15, and you've got the 20 centimeter. And those, all 3 bits come with it as standard as part of the kit. And then of course you get the chassis and the motor, i.e. the auger itself. So before we get into what I think about it, how well it's performed for me, why I think it's really good value for money, I'll do a close-up and talk about some of the basic controls. So I'll see you in a minute. So here we go. So like I said, the 3 auger bits. So they're what they look like close up. As you can see, this one here's had quite a bit of use, as well as the larger one. So you get the 10, you get the 15 centimeter, and you get the 20 centimeter, and those come standard. Now, the auger itself is pretty straightforward. Okay, it's a petrol motor with a rotary with a shaft on it, and that's it. So if we flip it over like this here, so there's where the auger fits in there. Okay, the auger bit attaches there, and it connects just like so. There's your steel pin, there's your cotter key. That's it. 2 handles, left and right. Your so you got your throttle assembly, okay? Button that actuates that. That's your throttle, okay? You got your stop switch. So when it's back, it's ready to start. When it goes forward, it stops. It's just that simple. Fuel tank, okay? Engine itself. You've got an air filter in there, and you've got your choke. Then you've got your fuel lines and your fuel primer bubble, and of course your starter handle. And that's it. Really straightforward. Spark plug, exhaust, and there you go, even the 110 decibel. It's really noisy, to be honest. The guy is, you're gonna need ear defenders, okay? It's on a rolled steel chassis. It's really nice. One of the things I don't like about it is it's heavy. It really is. I mean, drilling a hole, no problem. But drilling multiple holes when you're doing, say, a fence or maybe a clothesline pole, you've got to do several, One is one, and once you start using a lot, it's hard on the back, it's hard on the arms, and it's not hard to break your wrist or dislocate your shoulder. It's got a lot of power, and if it catches something while it's drilling, you're going to know it. But yeah, that's the close-up. Now let's get back to why I think it's an awesome piece of kit. Welcome back. I'm not going to go into war and peace on this. There's no point in telling you every time I've ever drilled a hole and how much fun or how much no fun it is. It's an absolutely awesome bit of kit. It really, really is. I mean, I've had it sitting on the shelf at one point in time. I probably didn't use it for 6 months, and the fuel in it was roughly that old, and it's 2-stroke, and it started up right away. I've never had a problem with it starting, ever. I must say, for all the things I've hit, rocks, stones, tree stumps, roots, undesirables, things that were buried in the ground, metal. I've never broken a bit yet, which is actually quite amazing, really. There are really expensive ones out there. There are alternatives to the Hyundai one. One of the reasons I bought it was Hyundai's got a pretty good reputation for building a solid bit of gear. They have had their ups and downs like most companies, but I was content to spend the money. I think it was somewhere between, I'm going to say I think it was 150 pounds. It might have been close to 200. It would have been 199. I don't know what they retail for in Canada, the States, or elsewhere. But I know that Hyundai, it's an international company. It's global, so I'm sure there's some similar product or similar variant of this one in everyone's country. Long story short is that it is just the bee's knees. I mean, I think that might be a grease nipple. Which reminds me, I don't think I've used that yet. Yeah, no, it's just fantastic. I mean, it starts really well. The only thing I would say is when using them, is you got to be really, really, really cautious. When you catch something and it binds, you can easily dislocate your shoulder. I've hurt myself several times. Luckily, one point in time, when I did get caught, it caught and it binded. I was loosely holding it enough, but it spun fast enough that it threw me off balance. I actually walked to several steps and then did a tuck and roll. I ended up injury-free, but needless to say, it threw me. So it's just a wicked bit of gear. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's really well made. The steel frame is solid. If you've got the right type of soil, and there are several types of soil that this instance will happen, and this scenario will happen for you, you can drill a 60 centimeter hole in about 30 seconds, and no problem at all. I once did a 15-meter fence in a day, and it was with two guys, of course, but we had easily allotted two. We worked really hard, and it was a longer day, but it did it. I don't know how many 15 meters, I think it was somewhere around nine holes. And that included all the timber and the joining and the leveling and the cementing and everything we did to go with it. But yeah, it's amazing. And it starts really easy. Like, hopefully I won't eat my words on this one. So prime it several times. I think it's about 10. That's what you usually do it for something like this. This fuel is at least 3 months old. Unbelievable. Stinky though. Whew. 2-stroke. But you're supposed to run 1 to 40 in this. I cheated a little bit. I run 1 to 50 so it doesn't smoke too much. But again, some lads out there might say that's a bit crazy. If you don't run the right fuel mixture, you do run the chance of seizing your engine. If you run it too rich on the oil side, you'll end up gumming up and clogging up and carboning up your friggin' spark plug. I've never had a problem with it. I must say, it's been one of the most reliable bits of kit in my arsenal as a handyman. And yeah, one of the other factors was that, unlike other products that are on the market that were cheaper, the Hyundai came with a 3-year warranty. And for the price, I don't think it could be beat. I mean, it's just bloody brilliant. So again, the Hyundai Petrol Auger. I won't do any demos today, unfortunately. This is just a quick review. I did want to start it, of course, because I wanted to show you how reliable it was. Yeah, it's made my life and some of my jobs so much easier. It's been a true workhorse, and that's the reason it's here on the channel. That's why I want to talk about it. Totally legit, totally above board, totally an awesome bit of gear. There is something I want to talk about, one of my other videos briefly. I'd still left it on the channel. I've got a review of some machetes, some Anglo Arms machetes. I was quite proud of. I think they would have been quite useful. I just wanted you to know, for anyone that's watching and sees that video and has questions, unfortunately I don't own those machetes anymore. During the recent zombie knife ban within the United Kingdom, I turned them into the police. like a good LAC, like a good law-abiding citizen. I was disappointed, but you know, at the end of the month, or roughly the end of the month, they are illegal. So there was absolutely no point in hanging on to them. However, I am going to leave the video up there for anyone that's interested, because Anglo Arms, I don't think specifically retails in the United Kingdom. I think you can find their products elsewhere, and I'm pretty confident of that. And that video will be useful to some of my compadres and viewers and subscribers in other countries. So I will leave that up there. But for the record, the Zombie Knife fan, I turned those items in. Yeah, so there you are, the Hyundai Petrol Auger. I'll put the full specification links in the description. And for anyone that was looking for one, I can't recommend it enough, and I don't think you can go wrong. Thanks for tuning in.